Michigan, Ohio State, and the tap controlled by the Wolverines. What should we pay attention to early? How about that? A jam! A Mara.
Hey, you want to ask that question again? Well, it's the dominance inside for Michigan and how you deal with it. For Ohio State, better pressure on the passer can help eliminate some of those easier baskets down low, but on that first play, beautifully executed right off the tip ball.
Here's a big man, Tilly, up top, Mobley. He's been excellent. The straw that stirs the drink, he'll knock down the runner, and Ohio State is on the move.
Well, with Mobley Jr., the ability to stretch the court and shoot the three opens up the dribble drive, and then being able to utilize a little soft floater. Ohio State right now, a little zone defense, confused Michigan.
All right, here's Thornton coming off a 23-point game in their win against Minnesota on Tuesday. Buckeyes have won 2 in a row. They get Puff Johnson active tonight. Johnson transferred from Penn State.
It really is because the depth of Ohio State's bench was definitely hurt by Brandon Knoll and his injury.
Burnett downtown, and he's been wonderful this season. Damari Burnett averaging about 10 points a game, coming off a 9-point effort against Indiana on Tuesday.
Well, and that's three-pointer number 29 on the season for Burnett. Always can count on him to be solid.
Tilly got his man in the air, and a foul coming up on Johnson.
A little 2-1 and then get back in the zone, but you can't allow dribble penetration.
And whistle.
Probably their most efficient offensive season right now. You're talking about shooting field goals a little under 50%. So offensively, the best they've played the years that Coach Lieber has been at the helm.
Thornton trying to create. He's very good at it. Bynum explodes on the baseline. Stripped out of his hands by Mara. Loose ball picked up Lendeborg. And here comes Cadeau. Lendeborg, a terrific prospect down the lane and foul.
But it's just not in his DNA to take a plethora of shots.
That's what they said about you. You could average 40 if you wanted to.
Good at it. I wasn't afraid to shoot, I can tell you that.
Now Thornton, guarded by Roddy Gale Jr., Ohio State transfer. 7 to shoot, Mobley, a brick. Lendeborg with a rebound. He'll rake it and take it into the front court, throw it away.
Against IU, they had 6 turnovers, and probably 4 of them were self-inflicted. So you got to clean that up if you're Michigan.
Tilly wheeling inside, shows it, dips, left hand counted. Beautifully done. And they're looking for strength from their second unit.
White had a big-time steal and finish to kind of seal the deal versus Minnesota in overtime. So showing his versatility.
And Tilly will draw a foul, reaching in.
But again, you want to favor the right side of his body to contest his shots.
Lendeborg on a switch with Tilly. Burnett, pick and roll. Lendeborg off the heel, on rebound. Thornton. Off Thornton on that right wing. Guarded by Gale. Baseline, Tilly exploding. Blocked by Mara. Outlet pass, Lendeborg galloping into the front court. Off the glass and in.
Right. Great help by Roddy Gale Jr., but Michigan is at their best when they're able to get up, turn a turnover, a block shot into a transition opportunity, and see the versatility with Lendeborg right there.
They didn't have a jersey, a scarlet jersey for him to wear tonight. They had left Columbus without them when they found out Nike was able to expedite Puff's jersey to Ann Arbor to the hotel. So that's when my guy, Alec Osterbrook, a photographer, student photographer for the Buckeyes, who was still in Columbus, grabbed the jerseys and drove them up here to Ann Arbor today so they could rock these for you, Jimmy.
Unbelievable.
Unreal.
Guess what? Alec He got it. He got it done.
He got it.
He got it done.
Get him an NIL deal, too.
That's right. Give him a T-shirt and a baseball cap. Great story, Allison.
Great story. And how about Ohio State giving Michigan a little dose of their medicine in transition off the turnover? Able to get Colin White a nice little basket, and Ohio State staying with the zone.
Up top, that one off the mark for Kaysen. Kaysen, terrific prospect as well for Michigan, sophomore from Lakeland, Florida.
But hanging out just with the fellas, on and off the court, especially the stories, the memories, those are the times that you share that you can never get old.
And Ohio State turns it over and double dribble. Lendeborg.
And then that'll kind of ease the pressure a little bit more.
Mobley, guarded by Kaysen. Hesitation down the lane, beautifully done. Mobley, and Ohio State takes its first lead of the game.
Yeah, but Mobley that time slapped the ball down. Think about this, how dominant. 10 wins by 20 points or more, 6 wins by 40 points or more, which is a Big Ten record. Dominance by Michigan.
Lendeborg, baseline. Here's Johnson. He draws a double. Lendeborg, mid-range, count. NBA kind of play right there.
It is, but that's what he has to do, especially against his zone. There are going to be some gaps that he can attack with his size, and that time able to take 2 dribbles, pull it up nicely for a nice little mid-range jump shot.
He's got 6 on 2 of 3 shooting to start. Thornton trying to get going offensively. Kaysen in his hip pocket, and it'll be called for the foul.
That sounds about right.
Thornton down the lane. The kick, cups, baseline. And that's Amari Bynum with the air ball and a whistle. Averaging 9 a game, 5 to shoot. Tilly lobs it inside, batted around. Lendeborg gets a hand on it. 3rd turnover for Ohio State. Kaysen weaves his way into the front court. Now Lendeborg. They swing it. Gale, hard dribble. Dumps it down. Johnson, the Illinois transfer. Coughs it up. Thornton rips it away.
Outstanding coverage and convergence that time on Johnson to force him into coughing it up, and that's turnover number 5 for Michigan.
Tilly reverses down the lane, pivots, jump hook, got it. Big boy wants to play tonight.
I'm telling you, but it's versatility, because not that he's just going to post up. We've seen it twice, his ability to put it on the deck and attack off the dribble.
He's got 6. Kaysen in the corner, long, and Gale. New shot clock for Michigan. Johnson double team. Turns and banks it down. Using that size, that strength. His kid has a chance.
And motor, but outstanding patience that time, recognizing that the baseline was open. Excellent footwork to put himself in a position to get to it. Speaking of which.
Now Thornton with the teardrop inside. His first bucket of the game.
He can get that big body in the lane as well as anybody in the country.
Gale, first layup deflected by Tilly. He's been wonderful early on. Thornton, mid-range, off the heel. And jump ball is the call. The arrow favors the Bucks. All right, they're 12 turnovers a game. It's 14th in the Big Ten and bottom half nationally.
Well, it's the live ball turnovers that kill you as a team.
Baseline. And that one off the mark for Devin Royal. He's part of the big 3 here at Ohio State. They need him to score the ball this evening.
Yeah, they need him also on that defensive glass and to be active with that body inside with the size that Michigan has. Good contest.
Lendeborg, no. Cheddar with a rebound off the bench and out of bounds. Will stay down here.
That's your boy. It doesn't hurt. You got a really good chance to compete for a national championship.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
You know what I mean?
Smart got back door and a whistling foul. And that will send Trey McKinney to the line. You know what the old folks would call him?
Talk to me.
Thicken.
The thicken, yeah. And he's still growing, man.
Yeah, man. Would be something.
Yeah.
Here's Mobley. And Mobley. They swing it. Thornton. Quick move to the basket. Trying to get his man in the air. Tough shot. Couldn't get it over Cheddar. Ohio State gets it again. Mobley rising fire and knocks it down. And he's talking a lot to McKinney right now.
Yeah, quick trigger that time. You got to stay disciplined on that pump fake.
17-14. Mara holding it up high. Back door. Cheese. And he'll throw it out of bounds.
So that's how important those turnovers and lost possessions are, which looks like it's going to be a close game.
Ivan Yegoven has checked into the game for Ohio State. He's another 7-footer. Actually 7'2" to be exact. From Croatia. Baseline. The lob inside. Tilly. Oh, and rejected by Mara. Mara with the second block of the game. 2.9 to shoot on the clock. Royals got to hurry, gives it up. Mobley just hoists it at the basket and buries it. Largest lead of the game now for Ohio State. Buckeyes with a lot of confidence as they settle into a zone. Burnett. Will Cheddar with a rebound and a foul. McKinney. Cadeau back in for Michigan. McKinney, fadeaway. And gets the roll.
You see that little bounce? A little shoulder right into the chest. I think that it was Tilly to create the space to get the shot up and over the 7-footer.
Chapman tried to dump it down. Thornton. Chapman fires. Off the glass, no. McKinney the other way. Mara calling for it. McKinney.
A little bit more patience, Mara. You swing it to the right side. Mara has post position inside, got an easier shot.
Michigan 1 for 7 from the three-point line to start this game. Burnett, baseline, Hezzy in the corner. And a whistling foul coming up on Tilly. That's Cheddar. Coach Diebler took over a 14-11 team from Chris Holtman in the 23-24 season. Finished on an 8-3 run. Lost in the NIT quarterfinals. He got the head coaching job. And he's trying to piece things together in Columbus. Thornton. Royal has to be aggressive. Chapman, 15-footer. 20-16, 8 minutes to play here in the first half. Michigan 17-1. Excuse me.
That right there solidifies what Michigan is all about this year, with he and Will Cheddar coming back to be a part of what could be a very, very special year for the Wolverines.
Here's Mobley. Royal, baseline, got it. Devin Royal from Pickerington, Ohio, at 16 against Minnesota on Tuesday on 6 of 14 shooting. But Michigan comes right back and answers.
Good to see that, because since a little after Christmas, Lendeborg he's only been shooting about 21% from the three-point line, so to be able to see it go in has to be a sigh of relief for him.
Yaxel with the game-high 9. 22-20 Buckeyes. Mobley down the lane with a step. Mark Jackson teardrop, and it goes down.
I told you, this young man, who he reminds me a lot of, but he's short, which is Devin Booker. Devin is
Heck of a compliment there, buddy. Baseline lob, deflected. Yankovic got a hand on it.
Turnover number 7.
Mobley, straight away, Jay.
Booker.
Oh, Booker.
But you can't allow him to get that open, so a little breakdown in defense, just like Ohio State did on Lendeborg right there.
And a whistling foul inside.
And then kind of like another form of the teardrop with the runner that we see, Mark Price.
Oh, of course, Mark Price is wonderful.
So those two kind of pioneered what we see what the guards doing today with the runner and the teardrop.
And he told me, Jimmy, something interesting. I said, how'd you develop that shot? He said, I developed it because I used to play my older brother, and I had to figure out how to get my shot off. And that's what came out of it. And Mobley off the mark. Case, a nice rebound. Michigan with numbers. And the Wolverines cut the Buckeyes lead to 2. And here come the crowd. These students fired up. Their team with only 1 loss on the season. Thornton tight-roping the midcourt line. Mara called for his first foul. 16 fouls against the Wolverines with 5:38 to play in the first half. Mobley curls down the lane. 15-footer. Got it. This kid has got nice control over his game.
When you can play off the ball, weak side actions coming off the defense can't set towards you. Now you have the unique ability to probably have more one-on-one action. And Mobley doing an excellent job using that to his ability.
Lorenz Johnson gliding to the basket. He'll lay it in. Transfer from Illinois. Got 4 points now. Five minutes to play. First half, Thornton around the corner. Steps back, rises. Short. Gale will bring it up the floor. Lendeborg explodes. And a whistling foul on the baseline. And that's Puff Johnson. His real name, not Puff, Donovan. Mom called him Puff because he loved puffs.
But what Puff provides to this team, if he's able to get cleared, is veteran leadership and also another body that can help solidify and tighten up their bench.
Tilly. Johnson averaged 10 points, about 5 or 6 rebounds for Penn State when he was healthy. He had a bad wrist injury. That's what caused all the controversy. Felt like he was not shut down when he should have been shut down. 8 turnovers for Michigan. Mobley stopping it, starting. 4 minutes to play. 26-24. Mobley, hard crossover, down the lane, deals it. Tilly pivots, too strong. Got to finish there.
That's Marr creeping in on the other side to make players shoot a little bit higher. Speaking of which,
Kaysen with the strength, and he levels the game at 26, his first basket. Ohio State led by as many as 6.
well, you kind of knew Michigan would settle in.
And Mobley turns it over. Good hands by Gale. Lendeborg, the line. Johnson. And the Wolverines take a 2-point lead. 6-0 run for Michigan. Tilly leads in. Jump hook rejected by Mara again.
You're not always going to see a set defense when you're able to utilize the other side of the court.
And that was our player profile, sponsored by Claude, the AI for problem solvers. Here's Michigan in transition. Gale, left hand, strong, batted around, and claimed by Royal.
thought Roddy Gale should have gave it up to Johnson running.
Mobley. Rebounded inside, Tilly. Thornton. Here's his runner, and teardrop, and it goes down. I got a text message from a good friend of mine. He told me that, yeah, Mark Jackson was good, and Mark Price was good, but nothing was like George Gervin's finger roll, which was a tear.
Which was a teardrop. Yeah.
Baseline Johnson at high-low action, working to perfection for the Wolverines.
And that time, the patience within the zone offense allowed Mara to utilize that size to get that lob inside to Johnson.
Thornton. Tilly. There he bursts. The big man can handle the rock. Mobley in traffic. Bottled up. The kick. Thornton. Long rebound. He gets it down the lane. Almost traveled. Dumps it. Royal. Nicely done. And a timeout called by the Buckeyes with 1:35 to go. And we're level at 30. This program doing a nice job. Got to give Roar Manuel, the athletic director here in Michigan, a lot of credit.
Yep.
Finding Dusty May, going with him, and things are really turning out fine.
Dusty May is he has the right demeanor, personality, and very familiar with the Big Ten to be. It's been rough sledding, my man. And I got to hear from you. What are you talking about? Phone call you do not want to get the last game of the season from Gus Johnson.
And if you're Jimmy Jackson, under a minute to play. Mara, 7 to shoot, across the lane, jump hook, trying to get into the act, and he's fouled. For such a big man, and you can see that he's gained weight. Second free throw off the mark, loose. Lendeborg with the rebound. Kaysen down the lane, hard, off the glass, high, and goaltending is the call. Bynum, and they'll get it to Thornton. About a 10-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. 16 to go. Thornton, they squeeze it. Kaysen knocks it away, picks it up, or does he? Can. Yes, he can. Michigan will play for one shot. Up 33 to 30 after trailing by 6. And now Coach May calls a timeout with 10.1 to go in the first half. Kaysen, Lendeborg, he'll take it. Off the heel, loose, Lendeborg at the buzzer, and no good. And that's the end of the first half.
Their offense a lot better, got back in the game, adjusted to the zone. Ohio State back in the man-to-man. Let's see how Michigan attacks it.
Mara has that one stolen away. Mobley stops, takes a three in transition, and knocks it down. And just like that, Ohio State 33 up, or make that 32. They call it a 2-point field goal.
You don't want to start the half that way with the turnover, but it was kind of the story of the early first few minutes here in the first half for Ohio State creating those turnovers.
Burnett in the corner. Johnson. Here's Burnett. Step back, Jay. Air ball. And a whistle and foul coming up. Lendeborg.
I'm selfish. I think he should be right around 18 to 20 points. And again, he's not a volume shooter within this system, but when need be, he can put the ball in the basket as well as anybody in the country.
34-32. Ohio State comes into this game winners of 2 straight. Michigan 17-1. 7-1 in conference play. Tilly. Bynum tried to set his feet, gets to the hole, the first layup. Oh, nice nicely done.
Beautiful
Amari Bynum.
Beautiful move by Bynum, but Mara, stick to the game plan. Why would you go for a pump fake on Bynum, who's only shooting 24% from behind the three-point line?
Baseline. The hole, big roll, no, but a foul. And Lendeborg.
And some really close game situations by not being able to capitalize at the free throw line.
Mobley with the rebound. Michigan gets back on D. Mobley inside. Tilly on Mara, wraps it around. Royal. Gotta hit that. Tilly with the offensive move. Now Mobley thought about it. Step back, Jay. Count it. John Mobley Jr. with 19 points. And the Buckeyes take a 37-34 lead. Bynum in and out. White clears it. Confidence growing for Ohio State.
One of the big keys for me is can Ohio State compete on the glass, and right now is 19-18 in favor of Michigan, but Ohio State has those 8 offensive rebounds that allowed them to get some second shot opportunities.
Remember, the Michigan Wolverines are the #3 team in America. Tilly a 3. Wow! Stretch 5.
But that's what gave Michigan issues against Wisconsin in their loss here. The ability for the bigs for Wisconsin to stretch the court and knock down threes. Turnovers early, costing Michigan some shots at the rim, and Ohio State back in that zone defense.
Johnson, nice pivot. Great feet for this big guy.
If you get the ball in the middle, especially to Mara or Johnson, now it's basically one-on-one.
Johnson with 10 points. He's perfect. 5 for 5. Looks like he may need some more touches. White, Royal, Tilly, back door, Thornton. Step back, 14-footer. Can't get it over the lip of the rim.
Put a little extra sauce on that, a little higher in the air because of Mara and those outstretched arms.
Here's Mara, skip pass. Cadeau has been quiet offensively after that 19-point game against the Hoosiers. And a scramble. Picked up by the Wolverines. And a foul coming up as Trey McKinney puts pressure on the defense. Toledo is a Detroit suburb. I've been telling you that for 20 years. You're really from outside of Detroit, you know? That ball knocked away. Cadeau. Nice look. Inside. Lendeborg, and it goes down.
Well, you said you wanted Elliot Cadeau to get involved in the game. That time he did it on the defensive end to ignite that break. And look at the pressure. Look at the pressure by Michigan.
White driving. Nice deal. And rejected by Johnson. Out of bounds.
Tied up. Ohio State still shooting 42%. So when Michigan has made run, it's been because of their defense.
7 to shoot. Royal on the step back. Ball batted around. Ohio State couldn't claim it. Lendeborg with the rebound. Here's Lendeborg. Shaking, driving, leaning, and gets his own rebound and taps it in.
First to the floor, first to the jump. That time used that shoulder to create some space, but he was back at it because you know as a shooter, if it comes up short, you're able to get it right back and put it in.
Thornton lost it, picked up Johnson, Lendeborg striding into the front court. McKinney now using that body, posted off the window, counted on the foul.
It's great for young men and women to be able to play that at an early age to test their wares against, you know, other countries.
Full court pressure now by the Wolverines. broken easily by the Buckeyes. Here's Mobley. He's got to stay aggressive. He's been carrying this team tonight. Bynum three, pure. Amari Bynum.
Wow, didn't see that one coming.
45-43 Michigan. McKinney, yo-yo. Cadeau. Paddling off the rim. Looking for Gale. Bynum, bump. Mobley, down the lane. In and out, tight rims here in Ann Arbor. Now Cadeau, North Carolina transfer. Lendeborg, that should be an offensive foul, is it?
High attention to detail, just scratching the surface on how good he can really be.
His dad, Omar, played 4 years of college basketball at Iowa State from '99 to '03.
Pedigree.
Apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. Tilly, bumping and grinding. Poked away. Mara, and that's a foul.
No need to reach in that situation.
Mobley. Tilly slips, kicks, baseline. Way off the mark for Bynum.
I say the 34% three-point shooting team.
Now the Buckeyes in the zone. 1-2-2.
Feel that middle. See if he can test the baseline as well.
Kenny splits, dumps, and Mara.
Another lost possession, empty possession for the Wolverines.
Mobley, winded now. Guarded by Gale, former Buckeye. Here's Royal, 7 to shoot. Top of the arc, Tilly hit one earlier from here. Oh, the ATM open.
And Tilly still has a smile on his face. Hey, listen, it's like me, I told you, knock it in putts. No matter how it go in, it's on the scorecard.
And Gale is there for the follow. 46-45 Ohio State. Can the Buckeyes win a big one on the road and make it 3 straight against the 3rd-ranked team in the nation? That's the 10th lead change of this game. Royal spins baseline and a whistle. He came into this game 5 for 39 from the 3-point line. Mobley circling. Thornton driving. Baseline. Royal. Now Gale is close to the basket and a whistle and foul.
Michigan tends to speed teams up, in particular when they get inside the paint because of the shot blocking.
Bynum got a hand on it, and Cheddar has to backtrack. Payson, Cheddar, Mara. McKinney now. Gale Jr. Baseline. Cheddar. Nice box out. No, but a foul. Michigan continues to miss free throws tonight. They're 9 of 18.
So you're leaving a lot of money on the line. On the floor by not being able to knock in those free throws.
Cups in the game now off the bench. Haven't seen a lot of Puff Johnson tonight. Cups. Cups, 6 to shoot. Inside, and a nice basket by Yankelman. 48-48. 10:38 to play. Kaysen driving left hand high off the glass end. L.J. Kaysen with 6 points now. Michigan back in front. They're really missing Thornton's offense. He's got 4 points. He averages 21 a game. 6 to shoot. Cups. Has to hurry. Cups. Blocked by Mara, out of bounds.
And Elliot Cadeau, the point guards, have been non-factors so far for both of their respective teams.
Kaysen running the high pick and roll with Mara. Top of the arc game. Got the puppies organized. And the loose ball tracked down by Thornton.
I just think that down the stretch of this game, if it stays close, Thornton and Cadeau will have some kind of impact on this game.
Michigan 2 for 16.
For some open shots, you're not having a lot of those opportunities, a lot more contested threes in this game this evening. So give credit to Ohio State. There's Thornton trying to get a look.
Batted up by Bynum. Thornton 2 for 9 from the field, 4 points. Michigan sitting on it right now. Kaysen, nice handle. Mara, the kick. And a whistle, offensive foul called against the big man. He's so happy about his Hoosiers winning the Natty. Cignetti winning it in his second year. Can Dusty win the national championship in his second year? Ninth tie of the game. Cadeau. Bounce pass. Johnson. Oh. Two-hand flush. 12 points for Johnson. He's perfect. 6 for 6 from the field. 52-50 Michigan. In and out dribble. Thornton can't shake Lendeborg. Baseline, Bynum. 8 to shoot. Tilly shows it, drives it. And a foul on the floor coming up against the Wolverines.
He's a difficult checkout, and now his offense has been evolving since he's gotten here at Michigan.
Cadeau. That's what they need from him. His first basket of the game. Michigan up by 4 now. Their largest lead of the game. Thornton, 10 to shoot. Hezzy, inside, puts it up. One of those nights now for Bruce Thornton. And a whistle and foul, steal. Tilly got a hand on it.
To bump off the opponent rather than reaching with their hands.
Just thinking about doing that at 58 years old, my back hurts. My hamstrings, my glutes, everything hurts.
Yeah. All right, Michigan crowd is back in it right now.
Largest lead of the game for the Wolverines, 57 to 51. 7 minutes to play here in the second half. Tilly down the lane, tried to lob it, probably should have shot it. Burnett tracks it down.
Yeah, but that's the Mara effect right there, deep post position right now.
11 turnovers for the Buckeyes.
And like you said, it probably been better off shooting that because Bynum in a situation to get offensive rebound.
Rims off, rebounded. Lendeborg, and Cadeau makes Ohio State pay. Timeout, Buckeyes. Two big threes here in the second half. Mobley's got to get cooking. 60-51. Largest lead of the game for Michigan. Tillys spinning. Rejected by Mara, but goaltending is the call. Cadeau, nice bounce pass, great pass. Mara with the finish. Big fella picking it up off the shoes. 62-53. Danger zone now for Ohio State. Mobley, quick release. Mobley with 21 on 9 of 15 shooting. 62-56. Ohio State, they'll rest in that zone. Burnett pops out, shows it. Down the lane, hangs in the air. Jam with two hands. 64-56, a crowd back in it. Mara, 9 points, 5 rebounds, 4 block shots. Ohio State put it on the deck. Lendeborg rips it out. 3 on 2. Here he comes. Woo! Lendeborg, 66-56. Michigan on a 16-6 run. Tilly, strip, and a timeout call as he gets it back by Ohio State.
Michigan, there he is right there having an impact.
And he almost threw it away. McKinney got to it before it went out of bounds.
You got to throw the ball around Mara. You can't throw it over him, especially taking the ball out of bounds with that short of a distance between the two players.
Mobley going for the steal, taken away. Cadeau, no look pass. McKinney, step back three. Trey McKinney, 12 points. And Michigan now starting to open it up. 69-56.
And Gus, the really great teams make you pay when you turn the rock over.
Mobley down the lane. Step through. First layup. No. Johnson takes it away.
That was Mara. Calls that shot to be missed by Mobley Jr.
Cadeau, quick release. Mara, rebound, and foul. Those free throws, it gave him confidence, and he's playing with it tonight. 9-0 run for Michigan. 71-56. Wolverines average 93 points a game. Tilly. This kid's been nice tonight.
Yeah, he has, man. At 7 foot, to be able to take it from the top of the key, spin, reverse, another dribble, and finish.
He's got 17 on 6 of 11 shooting. 2:40 to play. 71-58. Cadeau in no hurry. Down the lane, jump stop, wrapped it around, out of bounds, and Michigan to hold on. McKinney. Thornton. And he's bumped up top by Lendeborg. His third.
Taking up for the bucket,
Full court pressure now by the Buckeyes. Cadeau, Lendeborg play catch with it. I remember when I worked at CBS, we used to have a CBS Chevrolet player.
That's right. Yep.
I know you were that a couple times.
Yeah, I got a few of those trophies.
Second free throw goes down. 72-59. Michigan. Thornton. Got to get his numbers up if Ohio State's going to come back in this game. Diagonal pass, Lendeborg. Up top, Cadeau. Back to Gale. Sets. Ohio State in transition. Royal.
In Nebraska, ladies and gentlemen, I know you've heard, but if you haven't, are the real deal. Fred Hoiberg finally being able to get the kind of players to fill out his roster. And speaking about filling out the roster,
Lendeborg again.
And putting a stamp on it. The Wolverines make you pay.
Tilly misses. They kick it back out. White. Out of bounds. Ohio State will keep it. They have Nebraska coming up next. That'll be one to watch. Mobley. And a rebound to McKinney as the Wolverines will walk it up into the front court. Shot clock turned off. 74-62. Michigan down by as many as 6 twice. But they come back, the coaches shake hands, and the Wolverines prevail over the Buckeyes. Game was back and forth until the 12th minute mark in the second half when Michigan went on a 16-6 run